Very pleased now to be joined here at Blogging the Boys by the one, the only, the legendary, a great personal friend of mine. He and I discuss goals, wants, wishes, dreams, ambitions. It is Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs. Trevon, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
No problem. Appreciate you having me.
Trevon, last time you and I spoke, I asked you what you had for breakfast that day. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah.
What was it?
I think I said, it was something. I think it was something I was supposed to eat at lunch.
It was kind of that. That was the discussion. You told me that you had Domino's Pizza. You're not here on behalf of Domino's Pizza, to be very clear. Excited to talk to you about panini and what's going on. Panini is a different type of like press situation, but you told me that we warmed it up in the air fryer. Today is National Pizza Day, so you're gonna have a slice today?
Yes, for sure. I gotta find all the good pizza spots in Arizona.
That's what it takes sometimes. I'm sure there are a few. How has your week been in Arizona? Obviously, you're bummed to not be getting ready for a game. You're coming off the Pro Bowl. You picked off your brother. I imagine, all things considered, the last few days have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, despite that we're not here, but it's been fun. Pro Bowl was fun. I'm excited to be here in Arizona, just enjoying the atmosphere. Yeah.
So I tweeted that I was going to interview you today, and I asked some Dallas Cowboys fans what I should ask. What do you think that they said? What do you think was the most popular answer? Maybe the question you get the most?
You tell me.
Well, a lot of people are curious about how you're feeling about the contract. Actually, to be specific, Trevon, I don't know if you've paid attention. People are all upset because you've unfollowed the Cowboys on social media. Look, once upon a time, I thought these kinds of things were big deals. Right now, it's like, let Trevon live his life. I don't even know if you did follow the Cowboys once upon a time. Who cares who you're following? You play great for the Cowboys. Who cares what happens on the internet?
Right.
Well, I know it's a complicated
You ain't asked me a question. You didn't ask me a question.
I guess, do you think that there is anything to that? Because you're also a sports fan. You told me you like, different sports, and we've talked about the number 7. Do you think, even as just a fan of the sports you like, that there is stuff to that, the day and age we live in where social media clues can be a part of contract negotiations?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on the situation.
You know what, Trevon? I know that you're a defender. You're a defender, but you should be on offense because you are so good at this, and so you make it tough. It's my job to ask these questions, but you know what? No more contract questions for you. A lot of people want to know if you're going to ever recruit your brother to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
That's the other popular one.
I'm trying to get him here next year.
Really? Is that something you really talk about though? Like, dude, I know, because it would be cool to play together, but really playing for the Cowboys together?
Yeah, I legitimately would want him. I would want to be on the same team with him, for sure.
And you would want that team to be the Cowboys, I presume? Okay. Wow. Well done. What do you think of Kevin Durant joining the Suns? How about that? What are your thoughts on that?
I know they're going to beat them Warriors now.
Are you a Warriors fan? Because your boy Micah, he's a Warriors fan.
I'm a KD fan.
Okay. So that makes sense. Your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm a fan wherever KD goes. So I was a Nets fan last year.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fan. I was a Golden State fan. Now I'm a Suns fan.
That works. I mean, I can respect that line of thought, and it will be fun, like I said, because Micah is king of being the fan of all sorts of things. I don't know how Micah Parsons has enough emotional energy to root for all the teams that he does, because it feels like. Is he constantly talking about the Warriors, the Dubs, the Mavs? The Mavs, now Kyrie and everything. They got a lot going on too.
Right. So it's that's my favorite team too now. I'm a big Kyrie fan as well. So I was loving the Nets last year. I was wanting them to win so bad. I went to their playoff game. Yeah, I wanted them to win. But now I'm a Mavs and a Phoenix Suns fan, so we good.
So I'm a Spurs fan. Tough times, so I'm not here to flex or anything, but Mavs fans don't necessarily like the Suns. So you're kind of one in that sense.
They don't.
Wow.
I know.
You're one in a lot of ways, Trevon Diggs. Look, you are seriously, and look, I don't say it's just because we're here. You are one of the more unique players, I think, to ever play for the Dallas Cowboys. Certainly in the world that we live in. There's a lot of players who recognize and understand the stage that comes along with it. And I don't know what it is about you, but you understand what not to do, what mistakes not to make. Where do you think that comes from?
College.
That's honestly, that makes sense. I mean, that's the Alabama Nick Saban way, right? Like, just kind of handle your business and let everything else take care of itself.
Yeah, he taught me a lot of lessons. Just being smart. Being smart in the business, being smart. On the field and off the field. Choices and decisions. So he was really prideful in that. Just us making the right decisions and doing things the right way. So I took.
Well, you deserve a lot of credit because it's easy to hear the lesson, but it's not necessarily easy to put it into practice. Because I imagine you get to the NFL, you have a lot of fame, a lot of money, whatever. It's fun to enjoy that, right? And I'm not saying you don't enjoy it, but sometimes it's fun to talk, and you're somebody who doesn't really do that. I feel like your brother talks on the field a little bit more. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I'm more of a just play, go out there, let my play, show for itself. Even if I do something good or I do something bad, I'm not gonna ever talk about it. I'm gonna just do what I do in the field and just let everything take care of it. That's one thing he always told me. He said, you do what you're supposed to do in the field, everything outside gonna take care of itself. So, any commentary or anything like that, I leave that to the fans, I leave that to the people, and just do what I do, play football. I know no one can, play the position like how I play it or do the things that I do. So that's all I can stand on, honestly.
You know what? I'm the fan, so I'll be the one talking then. I've got your permission then to do all the talking is how I take it. Yeah. You're here on behalf of Panini, and I have a couple of Panini questions, but the first player actually I ever interviewed with Panini was CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee, obviously, who you know well. I heard CeeDee say this week, you guys are all making the rounds. He was asked how you guys can get to be in this game next year, obviously, and he was asked what it would take, and he said surrounding Dak. Those were CeeDee's words. Now CeeDee's on offense, you know what I mean? You guys got different priorities. What's the one thing in your mind? What has to be different for you guys to be in this game this time next year?
Get some more pieces, get some more dogs surrounding Dak. I feel like every team is just loading up on players, loading up, just trying to get the best team. So why can't we do it? Let's load up. Let's go grab the best guys and let's go win. You're
singing the song that every Cowboys fan wants to hear, Trevon. So good for you in that sense. Okay, so like I mentioned, you're here. Panini America is hosting you along with several other NFL players and draft prospects at the Panini Prism VIP event in Phoenix ahead of the Super Bowl this weekend. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's been fun event. There's a lot of games, a lot of activities. It's real fun just hanging out. These some very good people, Actually, they're based out of Dallas as well too. So very good people. Good energy. Good vibes, good food. Just being around here is pretty cool. So it's actually really fun, having a fun time.
There are some draft prospects, as mentioned. Obviously you can't recruit players, because they're going to be drafted. You can't influence that. But do you talk to players and hey, man, it would be cool for you to end up in Dallas. Hit me up, whatever. Do you make those connections now? I mean, you're a well-established veteran at this point in time.
No, I tend not to reach out unless they reach out to me. Anybody who ever reached out to me, I always respond. All the young players in the league, all the young corners, even corners in college, whoever reach out to me, I always respond, always. I always want to be, a help, because I know when I was coming up, I was reaching out to everybody, all the corners like Darius Slay, Xavier Howard, Stefon Gilmore, Jalen Ramsey. I'm reaching out to everyone trying to just get game and trying to just learn, So I'm going to always be that help to other people.
That's awesome. So Panini is you mentioned they were based out of Dallas. They're the exclusive trading partner of the NFL. You can get Panini NFL trading cards at Walmart, Target, and hobby stores nationwide. You can also start collecting your favorite NFL players as NFTs on the Panini America platform at www.paniniamerica.net. Do you collect NFTs or any kind of Panini thing? What do you have a collection of, Trevon? I imagine hats. I was actually asked to ask you about hats.
Yeah, I actually do have my own collection, my own NFT collection. When I was younger, I used to collect Panini cards all the time. I used to love them. But I have my own NFT collection as well.
Who's your favorite? That isn't you or your brother, I guess.
Deion Sanders.
That's a what? But what do you have him as? Like, I don't really. We don't have the time, but I'm not the biggest NFT person, so I don't totally understand. Do you have Deion as a Cowboy or as anything else?
Oh, as a Cowboy.
That makes sense. I mean, that does make sense. I told you I was asked to ask about your hat collection. Last time we chatted, I asked you, you had worn a Houston Astros hat. So I asked you about that. You said you like the hat, whatever. How many hats do you think you own? This was something somebody told me to ask you.
I changed my hairstyle, so I don't think many hats could fit on you today. It's gonna hurt my head. I don't have a hat head no more. I got a braid head now.
So do you think that affects your helmet? Like, I do wonder, would that affect your, are you constantly like, man, now I got to put this helmet on. Like, I'm having a good hair day and now I'm going to mess it all up.
Literally, I used to have to get my hair done all the time, but I got some time now so I can get my hair done, let my hair breathe, let it grow before we get back to camp and it's getting sweaty and dirty and all that. So, I'm going to stick with my beanies, keep my hair wrapped up, and during the season come back around and let my hair down. I'm going to have a new hat collection for you. We do this interview like we did last year.
I love that. I will make sure to put my pizza in the, well, I'm putting in the oven tonight, and then tomorrow the leftovers, I'm gonna go to the air fryer. I sell that as my own thing. Like when people ask me for the tip, but I never give you credit. You know what I mean? Like I take all the credit myself. Trevon, last one for you, but this is kind of one of those questions that you're really good at diffusing and not answering. Again, shout out to Coach Saban, of course. What is one question that you hope you don't have to answer anymore throughout the rest of the offseason?
You guys, whatever. I'm always guys.
My guy, Trevon Diggs. Look at you.
Good at that, man.
It really is impressive. That's a rare thing, and I got to give you a lot of credit for that. And like you can give it to Coach Saban certainly, and I'm sure your brother and other corners you talked about reaching out to. But like you deserve a lot. It's hard. I'm not somebody who's trying to get you to bite on something, but like I got to do the thing, right? Like you got to do the thing. I got to come be like, so what's the contract like? Well, the social media, whatever, blah blah. It's all part of the song and dance, but you know how that goes. Trevon. Every Cowboys fan's rooting for you to get the bag and to be in this game this time next year. And then we can hear all the Kelsey stories again about you and your brother. Even if it's Cowboys, because like you said, you're rooting for Stefon to be a Cowboy himself.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should start a podcast.
We need Cowboy Nation to go and help and tweet to get bro here. We need everyone to know. We need to put it on notice that we need to get bro to Dallas.
Okay, last thing. Just to be clear, can you give that instruction? You're talking to Cowboys fans right now. You're telling them to tweet. Give them the instruction. Ready, set, go.
Everybody tweet. Let's get Stefon to Dallas.
All right. Trevon Diggs has spoken here with Panini at the Super Bowl. Once again, the Panini Prism VIP event in Phoenix. Enjoy the city. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the food. Get some pizza like we said. Trevon, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Appreciate you, bro, as always. Thank you.